There's a one guy who really, really, really got it right. I heard some of the things that he done about the assassination of Tupac. And usually when I hear people doing a story about Tupac, it's because one, it's not true. Two, they don't like him. Or they didn't know him. But this man and his wife got it so right, it'll make hair stand up on your arms. Either you're gonna be in tears because you feel so bad about what happened to him, or you're gonna be enraged and wanna act up about what happened to him. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the man's name. He's a really great person, and he finally got it right. The people who were involved in that project, I never witnessed something that strong, something so passionate. And the truth, I was there. There's only two people can really say what happened in that car. Talking myself. He's not here. So it's me, and I know the truth.
So, Jaguar Wright said that Jay-Z and Beyonce are monsters. What do you think she meant by that?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Well, first of all, me personally, I don't believe in this talking around other feet. I know that, and I'm going to get to the straight point, because I'm not scared of nobody. Facts is facts. What I will say is that when you really look at it, I know Beyonce comes from a great woman. And I can't judge a person what they do in the future, but I know anytime I ever seen her, she was a bubbly young lady, and she worked hard. I never had a problem with Jay. Matter of fact, they do the song "Me and My Girls," which was my song I did on Tupac. And usually I wouldn't allow nobody to do that. I know she was passionate about it. I know he was passionate about it. So the rest is history. They did it. But I do say this. If there's anything, that's why Puffy is so important to hip hop today more than he's ever been. And the reason why I say that, we gotta fix this situation. Only way to fix this situation is with the truth. Let that man tell his truth. And can't nobody say that. Only reason why you can talk bad about a person who's telling, a person who's being a snitch, is a person who's playing by the rules. If you're going out there and you beat motherfuckers up, you can't tell nobody when you get beat up, because that's fair. But if Bumping is doing the right white handkerchief, I think he should put the culture of hip hop above himself. I think he should put the culture of our people above himself. I think the government should allow him to help and do a healing process of all the people that have been misused. I don't think that Jimmy Iovine should walk away untouched. I don't think that Clyde Davis should walk away untouched. Russell Simmons, well, Quincy Jones took the easy way out, even though the walls were closed in, so he exited. But even if you look at Clarence Avant was the biggest enemy for black people than anyone. And he was there in those meetings when they know all the drugs and the men that could not be a man and become sexual active to another man because he writing a check.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I know this. Suge Knight ain't never been in none of those parties. But everyone has. All the ones who have participated. Puppy, look here. You've been doing a lot of telling on a lot of years. We got neither here or there. Set the record straight. Let's do some healing. If there's anything that needs to be said, who knows? It's come from the parties, come from the private vacations together, come from those type of people, family ties.
What do you think? What do you think about R. Kelly's situation and the history of Aaliyah?
Well, when you really look at it, you got to look at it like this about the R. Kelly situation. Once again, you got to look at the fact that there's no excuses, but look at the fact that R. Kelly was getting molested and all the things he went through. Well, what's the crazy thing about all this is this. You just gotta look at what it is. They committed fraud against me because nobody never served me. My lawyers never went to court. They got a default judgment against me. And the same people who both been helping me, which was Jimmy and Interscope, ended up with my catalog in my company. That's the biggest racist situation you'll ever see in life. To the fact that I kept it solid and allowed the man to get out of prison instead of keep him in prison. But for Jimmy, Harris's, Legals, they knew what they used to squash my settlement. They used the body of a kid, a Jewish kid. It's not like I'm saying that they didn't know already. They already knew. They talked about it. It's right there. Even in their interview. They swept up under the rug because they wanted death row that bad. If somebody some of you want that bad, and they wouldn't look away from a little kid was murdered. They used to do some RICO shit, get away with it. That's sad. Reason why I feel bad for Puffy is because the minute they couldn't use Puffy anymore, they threw him away. They put him basically in a trash can. And all the people that hung with him, and a lot of people he helped, have walked away from that man. And that's not right. They didn't do it for my family. I got some of the greatest kids in the world. And I love them. There's from my oldest, Taj, who gave me a granddaughter and a grandson, to my oldest daughter, Arian, to my son, even like Jacob Bendler should, but Jacob, to Sosa, to Bailey. Happy birthday, Bailey. Happy B-Day. Taz, and, my youngest, man, that's my twin, legend. Sosa's a comedian. He's on tour. All my kids are doing something that I'm proud of. But at the same time, If I would have did something wrong where he could have took something from me, I deserved to lose something, that would have been all right with me. When you go and beat me off my stuff, off my money, to affect my kids, I'm coming. And not one person I helped tried to help my kids. So you got the Cat Williams, that's the homie. Cat's a stand-up dude. But none of the rest of them, right? And I say this to say that. Me and Puffy is don't get misunderstood. Him and I is not friends. He's not my enemy. When I'm home, I'm not saying they need help.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But I would do the honorable thing and look out for his kids. There won't nobody to bring harm to his kids, not on my watch. That's what a real man does. And I got respect for my family because they stay strong to all this. And it's times where in prison, it's so cold at night that I gotta wear a beanie, socks and sweatsuits because I'm freezing. If it's raining, my head getting wet because it kills me. And I don't have anything to take the cheat off. I just gotta be strong and walk through it. And some people still want to bring negativity and negative phone calls when you talk to people with bullshit. But not my family. And it's come to a point where while we gotta cheer every time somebody falls or somebody dies, why we cannot get together? Why we can't say, I look at it like this. There's no person strong enough, I have that much control over me to be my enemy. I might not consider you a friend, but you're not powerful enough to be my enemy. And I feel I will put society and the culture of hip-hop before myself. So I really don't like the fact that Puffy got to be dragged through the mud, even though apparently he did some work. I know it, he know it, anybody else know it. But what's the reason why you call him out now? And he's not the only one.
Until you hear the explanation. You can start a rumor on a guy like me or a celebrity just like that. All you have to do is push a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me. R. Kelly did this to me. And if you get any traction from that, if you're able to write a book from that, if you're able to get a reality show, then any girl that I had a relationship in the past that it just didn't work out, she can come and say the same exact thing.
Are you blaming this on social media?
I'm talking about the power of social media.
In 2008, R. Kelly was found not guilty on 14 counts of child pornography after prosecutors in Chicago failed to convince a jury that he was a man seen in a sex tape with a girl as young as 13.
What do you want to say to your fans?
Last month, Kelly was indicted again, this time charged with aggravated criminal sexual abuse of 4 women, including 3 who the charges say were minors at the time.
So, R. Kelly, he did some things that he shouldn't have done. He served his time. But he's not doing his thing. I think Tory Lanez is one of the most incredible artists around. I feel he in prison for unjust for something he didn't do. Or, who knows from Little Story to Lil Durk, he deserves a fighting chance. Welcome home to Young Thug, right? Why is it we always got to throw the key away on our people or the culture of hip-hop? Because when you look at it, for Tory Lanez or myself or anyone else to do time is way harder for a person like us to do time than a person who never had it. Or You take a man who's not giving nothing back to society. He's not having a job. He's not having speaking engagement or giving money to him. But you'd rather have a man who you know he's going to get out, he's going to make little kids, he's going to make women, he's going to do all the worst shit in the world. But you guys going to let him get out, come back, get out, come back. You had a person talking about being the president of the United States. Not all. If you want to dictate, that's on you. But if you come to prison because you got sick crimes or 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and all this crazy stuff, and you turn around and say, I want to identify as a woman, become a man, because you don't want nobody to know who you are, because something's going to happen to you. So you put some lipstick on, and you get hormone shots, and they give them fake boobs, and cutting their piss off if they want to, because they hide it. And they're living their best life. They're married to another man. And then, even though she's not going to be president, but she was willing to use all this money to pay for all these things. And if she really cared about our people, if she really want to be black, yeah, because you're not president, that don't mean you can't help. Go to these black colleges. Go to these other people who really need your help. Don't be Deion Sanders. Get a little recognition at a black school and turn your back on. Yeah, you owe me $500,000 that I gave you. You never gave me $1 back. Look, I'm supposed to shake your hand when I see you? Or you going to take it? But I'm not in no negativity. Because at the same time, Big Boy is one of my good friends ever. He from Pasadena. All my homies from Medina. You know what I mean? For you to bring somebody you know lying on your podcast and allow them to lie against me, you could just say, hey, I ain't see you got to beat him up. You said, well, that ain't true. I know this man. But you did not. And when I'm home, I hope I never run into you because I don't want to get in no trouble. And you know what I mean. But why do we always got to attack each other? I don't know. I don't feel that Beyonce worships the devil and against people. I think Beyonce got the whole world on her shoulders. It's hard to be a woman, a talented woman. Women got to get pregnant, have a baby, take care of the baby, because you got two types of fathers. You got a man who's a provider, who gets out there and do whatever he got to do to take care of his household, take care of his family, I mean his kids. And you got some men to be there, go to work for 6 hours, if that, they can walk you to school, they can pick you up from school, they can play cards with you if they want to. They're not being a provider. Because in this world, as a man, especially as a black man, because I know how it is to be a black man. I can't tell you nothing else about being anything else because I'm black. You got to work hard. Down real hard. So we got the weight of the world on our shoulders. But that's not an excuse. The main thing is we got to put it together and figure out how we're going to get better.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
One of the most important things about this situation we're all going through, because it affects all of us. I work real hard, not only to build Afro, which I named, which I started, which was my vision. Nobody's but mine. But I have so many other people in this industry. But I just didn't do it for that person or for myself. I did it for the culture. Coaching our people. So, once again, is it worth Puffy dying in prison and nothing getting fixed? Or is it worth probably telling the truth. He don't do as much time as they wanted to, but he helps everyone. I think it's time for him. I think it's time for him. You know, I don't want to go back in his history, but you gotta